Today is a very special day, and it's not just because I turned on the overhead light here that should hopefully give us a better overhead shot with some extra light kind of down on the project here. But today, we are going to be taking a look at something I've wanted to add to my collection, but you know we don't do it easily here, right? We don't just buy stuff that just works and add it to the collection. We got to make it a little difficult on me, and that's why I picked up a broken SEGA CD. I have the SEGA Gen 2 here ready to go to kind of attach it and test it with, and it's something I've always wanted to add to my collection. I have worked on a couple of these in my time when I was repairing systems, but I've never actually owned one of these myself. So we are going to try to fix one that was being sold on eBay as broken and see if we can refurbish it and have it working at the end of this video. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button down below, helps out a ton. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below. So I guess we'll just go ahead and cut this open here and see exactly what they sent us. I ordered this a little while ago and I just haven't had time to be able to take a look at it. I was thinking about a SEGA CD Gen 1, but those are even crazier in terms of pricing. They used to be, overall, everything used to be a lot cheaper, where you get a SEGA CD 2 for like 50 bucks or something, and now it's like way more expensive, and that's a good start. This is just open, and this thing is just kind of inside, and I believe that's the top of the lid that's supposed to hold down the disc. Okay, good. We'll check this out real quick. So the good news is I think this just attaches to it, so hopefully we can at least fit that back in there and make it kind of stay so that it connects and holds the disc down when it reads. But the listing said no power on it, and they also have a little note here that says, seems to not power on. And they also left a little UWU emoticon that they drew out there for everyone who noticed it on the last one. I don't know if this is the same place that I got the other thing from. That's interesting, but there we go. That was for the, I believe, Nintendo 64 that we did recently. I got another one of those emoticons here for where they tested it, I guess, and it just wasn't powering on. That is something that is kind of common with SEGA CD systems. The problem is there could be a whole range of issues as to why it's not powering on, whether it's a fuse or there's just like outright water damage done to it. Now, because of the possibility of water damage, I'm not just gonna go ahead and plug this in yet until I have it flipped over and I can look at the bottom of the board and see if there is something in there that could short the system out first. And especially since, you know, Gen 2, you don't wanna plug this in and destroy it as well. So I guess we'll start by just taking it apart. Good news about the SEGA CD 2, it's pretty easy to open. It's all Phillips head screws here. There's not too many. I think there's like 6 of them. And then the whole top comes off. That is the one nice thing of this compared to the Gen 1 SEGA CD that I never liked working on, to be honest. Now, this does appear to also be very, very dirty on the outside, so that always leaves me concerned for bugs or anything that could be inside. We're about to see, though, if we have to deal with anything like that. No bugs that I can see right away, so that at least is good news. It just looks really dirty. We got some cobwebs in there. Yeah, nothing bug related, nothing like that. So that is good. Right away, that is good news. I don't see anything in terms of water damage either. Nothing crazy there. Now, if we can get this up and running, I probably will give the whole thing a bath, but for this video, the purpose of it is to just get it in functioning order first off. So let's get the board out here. Most of the time, there is a fuse on this board that can be replaced, and a lot of times that will fix the no power issue. The nice thing about this is that all of this is modular on this side where we have the laser and the spindle, all of this. So that can just kind of be unplugged and put to the side for us to get the board out. I have to say, good news, it doesn't look bad. Like, it really doesn't look like anything's been terribly damaged on it. There's no obvious signs of water damage or anything being spilled onto it. And we have our fuses like up here, and we can check those to see if there's continuity through it, and that'll give us an idea if that is what's causing no power to this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and remove that fuse. I let the soldering iron heat up a bit. I'm gonna put some flux on it. We're gonna pop this fuse off, replace it, and see if that fixes the issue. So before I changed out the fuse, I wasn't getting any kind of connection through it, which you can check with a multimeter very easily with a certain setting on it. But now with the new fuse on here, I can actually see a connection through, and before it wasn't. So I'm hoping that means that it was just the fuse. Now the fuse itself was very easy to change out. It's this little green fuse right here. I went ahead and just ordered the correct ones, as they are still listed as SEGA CD fuses. It's the designated F301. It's very well known in the SEGA CD community as being a problem fuse, and generally the first place you'll look if there is no power. Fortunately, it's just a through hole fuse right here. So you desolder it, you pop it out, and then you go ahead, clean up the holes, add a new one in. You can clip them off after you solder it down, and that's it. It's pretty easy to do, to be honest. So I guess now we'll just put this back in, and we'll see how it does, see if it turns on. And I'll hook it up with the Sega Gen 2 now, and we'll try a game. I think I have like one Sega CD game, by the way. I think it's like Dracula or something. And that kind of brings up the question of how, I guess, solid is the laser that's in here right now, since when we got it, a chunk just fell out of the top of this door. That's what we're about to find out. So the first thing I want to do is see if we even get power, which fortunately this does have like an access light on the front here, and it wouldn't light up before, right, if there was no power. So if that fuse was the issue, I should be able to plug it in and just at least get power here, and then we'll see if it actually shows up on a display. All right, cross your fingers. Here we go. We'll see if we get a light on this. We do. Okay, so the access light is going. Awesome. That means we have power back, obviously. Now we get to see if it can actually read a disc. So first thing, I guess we have to figure out if this can go back in. It looks like it just kind of sits up like this, I guess. It has clips, well, at least one clip here, and one here to kind of grab it. So it has kind of these guides as well. I think this just snaps right back in. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, that was pretty easy. All right, let's test it with the disc. So as I said, I have Dracula Unleashed. I don't know why I have it. I just do. There you go. So let's pop this in here. Hopefully it closes all right. Yeah. And I have this up with OBS with the Gen 2 plugged in through AV cables. So here we go. Let's see if it gives us an image at least. Oh, look, there it is, Sega CD. Sounds like it's reading, so that's a good start. What does this say? Does this say press start? Oh, there it goes. Wow, the laser still works in it. Wow. I'm actually a little surprised, to be honest, because I was looking at lasers for the Sega CD2 just in case, and it seems to be loading, so I guess I don't have to replace the laser in it for this to be just functional now. So look at that, eBay coming through again for me with a Sega CD Gen 2. It wasn't too bad. A lot of times I get concerned about eBay, obviously, because you never know. That was just the fuse on it, which tends to be the big issue for a lot of Sega CD systems when it comes to no power. But there is still the concern that it could have been water damage, it could have been legitimately broken inside, and from what I've heard, the capacitors inside of these Sega Gen 2s and even Gen 1s are a bit sketchy as well. Also, this system is pretty gross. It's very dirty, so I am gonna have to give this a good scrubbing, a good bath overall. But I'm pretty happy with what I got here from eBay, something that was broken with the listing, and it turned out to be a pretty easy fix for the most part. And ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it here for the Sega CD Gen 2, broken, ordered from eBay, now repaired. I still have some work I'm gonna do to it. Like I said, I'm gonna clean it up pretty well, take it back apart, and just mostly let these things soak, the plastics anyway, overnight in some soapy water, scrub them, let them soak a little more, just make it as clean as we can. But there is a lot of scratching around some of the glossy plastic, something I don't like, obviously, glossy plastic. But either way, it was a lot of fun to check out the Sega CD2, take a look inside, fix it with a fuse. Fortunately, it was pretty easy, and the laser still works. So again, not a bad pickup from eBay. I've been on kind of a roll, so I'm waiting for that one problem system to show up. Trust me, I'm looking at a lot of retro systems that have issues because I think it's a lot of fun to go through them and fix them. But let me know what you guys think of the Sega CD Gen 2. Did you have one that was broken at one point, maybe you got rid of it, or you still have it in the closet now with a no power issue? Might be worth checking out to see if it really is just that fuse. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.